Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of this Home Spun Life. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lorianne, and I'm coming to you from super sunny South Florida. It's bright, clear blue skies, and this is kind of belated, but I am naming this episode Nerd Alert Part 2 because I've recorded this twice and went through everything, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, but this is my second time going through this, and I'm hoping that it works. So again, my name is Lorianne, and thank you for joining me. If this is your first time watching, I appreciate you checking me out and finding out what's going on in this Homespun Life. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming back, and I hope you continue to enjoy what I'm showing you, and you keep coming back. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to keep this really short this week. I'm not going to be changing the camera angles like I normally do. I'm just going to run through it, and hopefully I don't go too fast. Hopefully you can keep up. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I've finished in the past 2 weeks, what's currently on my needles, and a couple of acquisitions, especially one very, very happy acquisition I have. So let's get started. If you notice, I'm wearing something new, and I'm taking it off for you. Hello. You should remember from last episode that I was working on this project for the Wolf Farms podcast. Dawn, also known as Knitting Wolf, was having a designer along, and the designer was Hannah Fettig for April and May. So I was able to finish the trail jacket. I'm going to hold it up for you. Oh, well, let me button this. So here you go. I don't know what you saw. It's a full-sized jacket, a Hannah Fettig. It's all stockinette, and it's accented with garter ridge on the collar and the button band, raglan style, as you can see, raglan sleeves, 3/4 length, and again accented with garter stitch. So that's one of the nice construction notes for it. It is 3/4 length sleeves. It also flares as it goes down, so it's not knit straight. It flares to the side. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very soft. It's very comfy. The wool is Patton's Classic Wool in the navy colorway. It's a worsted weight yarn. These buttons, my mom gave them to me. Came out of her stash, and they went really well with this colorway. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I started this on the 17th of April, and I finished it on the 30th. So I did it in exactly 14 days. So I'm really excited about that. I'm glad I was able to get it done. Thank you, Dawn, for having the knit along. Now it's still going on. It ends May 31st. So that means I have time, right, to do something else. Excuse me. So that means I was able to put something else on the needles. That was done on US 10.5, which is 6.5 millimeter needles. Again, it's Patton's Classic Wool in the navy colorway, which is worsted weight. So therefore, on the needles, I was able to start the Rocky Coast Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And I'm looking to get this done by the end of May. So I cast this on May 1st. I'm hoping to be able to get it done by May 31st. This is another version of it that you can see. It's a longer cardigan, this is the kind of length I like. Longer sleeves. It's open. It doesn't have any buttons or any clasps or anything. It's just left open. So it's really pretty. I'm loving it so far. Let me show you where I am. It's being made out of Patton's Classic Wool, worsted weight in the Mercury colorway. There you go. That's the color. It's a very rich gray, kind of like gunmetal gray. It's warm. It's a warm gray. I love it. It's a really pretty color. So this is where I am so far. I have yesterday I separated for the sleeves. So this is it right here. This is the sleeve area. So I separated both sleeves. They're now on waist yarn. Again, it's another raglan style cardigan. And you can really see the patterning on the back. I love it. It's made from cables. And it's all over. It's on the back, on the sleeves. Oops. On the sleeves and on the front. It's a really, really pretty design. I did learn a new technique because it's all cables from the host of the Dark Matter Knits podcast. That's, I believe, Elizabeth Green Musselman. I'm so sorry. But the host of the Dark Matter Knits podcast, she did a mini tutorial on how to cable without a cable needle. So I've been using that. It's been fabulous. So quick. These again are being done on US size 10.5. This is not going to focus like the other side does. Let's see. Will it? Nope, it won't. Not like the other way does. US 10.5, which is 6.5 millimeter needles. And again, the colorway is Mercury and it's worsted weight. So I'm getting started with the body. Do it too. I don't know how long I want to do it. Probably about the same length as the pomme de pin. And then get moving with it. I should be able to get it done by the 31st. So I'm excited about that. Again, Rocky Coast cardigan. Both this and the trail jacket are paid patterns on Ravelry. So go ahead and check them out. Hopefully you can't hear that. I'm still working on my Brienne socks for my mother for Mother's Day, which, hello, Mother's Day is this coming Sunday, the 11th. Have you all prepared? I'm on a time crunch. I'm on a definite time crunch. So this is the first sock, if you all remember this. And this is the back, using the Fish Lips Kiss heel. So I have been working on the second sock. Now I had a little bit of a meltdown about a week ago, and I went onto Instagram and I kind of whined a little bit because I was having a really hard time with these DPNs. This is being done on US 1.5 or 2.5 millimeter DPNs. I was having such a hard time with these needles because firstly, it's an intricate pattern, as you can tell, and just working such small stitches in that design, and I was starting to have wrist pain, and I was getting frustrated. I didn't think I was going to be able to finish on time, and I was getting scared. So I vented on Instagram. You guys helped me out, told me to keep going. Thank you for that. And so I did. But what I had to do was go to Michael's and get a set of circular needles. But they ended up being size 2, US 2, which is 2.75. And the DPNs are 1.5 or 2.5 millimeter. I didn't think there was going to be a big difference. But to me, it seems that there is. And I'm going to show you where. So this is the completed sock. I'm going to compare the heels for you. If you look at both heels, this one, which is done completely with the US 1.5, looks a lot more compact than the one done with the US 2, which you would expect, right? And even looking at the sole stitches, these look way more loose than these. And truthfully, I did try them on, tried both on, and this sock was bigger around the heel, which aggravated me. So what I decided to do was switch back to the DPNs. I was not going to pull out. I thought about pulling out and then doing the heel with the DPNs. I couldn't. So I pulled out. I'm using the DPNs to do the foot. So like I told you, this is the second time I'm recording this. When I had originally done it, I had just started back from the heel. I was about here. And I think what happened is the frustration of knowing that those videos are gone, and it was partly human error and partly technology. I was so frustrated. I was so mad. I was to the point of crying that I plowed all that energy into the sock, and I got a bunch done today, just today. So I finished the heel. I've gotten this much done on the foot. I'm working with, and I didn't bring the tag. This is Patton's sock yarn. No, I lied. This is Loops and Threads luxury sock yarn in the Ocean colorway, and it's superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon. Ocean colorway. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm pretty close to being done with the foot. Thank you, Lord. I am so tired of these socks. I really am. So I'll get them done in time. Okay. Now you won't be seeing them again because Mother's Day is Sunday. So I'm going to give them to my mom and that's it. But I'm excited. I'm glad I'm going to be able to finish it. So that's all I'm working on. That is it. I'm going to show you a couple of acquisitions that I got, as well as something very special to me. So hold on one moment. So if you are following me on Instagram, which you should be, on Saturday I posted that it was free comic book day on Saturday. So I posted a picture of me in the line outside of my local comic book store waiting to get my free comics. So there was a very long list of comic books available for free, but at that store we were able to choose 5. So these are the 5 I got. First is Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm excited because this movie is actually coming out in the summer. So yay for that. I haven't actually read through these comics. I haven't had time. So I've flipped through them a little bit. I can't do this like I did. I can't do this like I did before. But okay, so there's Guardians of the Galaxy. It says free comic book day. And there you go. I had flipped through them the first time. can't do that now. The next is V Wars. V for vampire. This is not for the kids. This is for mature readers. It's vampires. So there's blood and stuff going on in here. Think about that. It's not for the babies. V Wars. Then we have Zombie Tramp. Need I say this is not for the children? Not for kids. Hello. But it sounded like an interesting idea. Ooh, I can't even show you. Ooh, I can't even show you what's inside. It's not for the babies. This one was really interesting to me. This is Shigeru Mizuki's Showa, A History of Japan. It's a free comic book day. This is a pretty thick one, pretty substantial. And this is the back. What I read online for this one was that like the author does it, as you can see, it's black and white. No pictures in here. It's all like hand-drawn ink type rendering, and it's like what he does is he takes stories from the past, like events that happened, like wars and things like that, and inserts himself into the stories through the comics and tells the stories that way. So this should be a very interesting read. If you can, check it out. And the last one is from DC Comics. It's called The New 52, Future's End. And it's DC Comics, so there's some Batman stuff, there's some Superman, some Green Lantern, that kind of stuff going on here. I still don't know the real story behind it, but that's why you read the comic. So those are the free ones I got. Then I did buy a couple of things. This one, I'm so sorry about that. Random, whatever. I did buy 2 comics. This one is called Wolverine, and it's Killable, part 1 of 6. Again, I think it's rated T. Is it? It doesn't have it on it, but it does say parental, discretion. So it's Wolverine. I do love Wolverine and the X-Men. So seriously though, let me show you something, because I am so, where is it? Let me show you the best image of it. And I probably shouldn't even be doing that. This is Storm. No, Storm. I want her hair. Look at her hair. It's a mohawk all the way down her back. How hot is that? I want her hair so bad. But yeah, I think with this series, there is a like a virus that's been passed around to all the mutants, and they're losing their powers. And so Logan, who's the Wolverine, I believe his healing powers were taken away. So now he's mortal. What's gonna happen? Killable. Don't know. Sounds interesting. And then the last one I found in the 99-cent bin, and it's called Vampy, or full name is, where is it? Vampirella. Now, do I need to tell you this is not for children? Do I need to tell you? This is not for the babies. It's fun though. I read this one. I wonder why. And it's interesting. I mean, this is the very first issue. So, no craziness, just some explosions and blood and guts and stuff. But this was the first version that they came out with, so I have to go back and see what else is available from that line. So that's the general acquisitions. I have nothing yarny related this week, but I do have something very, very special. I don't know if you remember in the first couple of episodes I did, in the beginning of the year, I told you about some goals that I had for myself and for my craft. And so there was one really big goal that I wanted to achieve. Excuse me. And I said I was going to do it this year, but I didn't know when, I didn't know how. I was able to achieve something pretty awesome. So, hang on. You're getting an up-close picture of me today, aren't you? I was able to purchase a spinning wheel. It's an electric spinner. This is the motor right here. And it's from Heavenly Hand Spinning. I got this on the Woolery.com, and it's kind of awesome. You're gonna notice that the bobbin is a different color from the rest of the wood on here, and this is wood, solid wood. It came with, before I get into that, it came with 3 bobbins. These are the other 2. Now, other spinner people talk to me, but don't these look huge? Like, are bobbins normally this big? They look big to me. I don't know. But the wheel came as this color, kind of like a plywood type shade, and this is the orifice hook. You can see they're all kind of the same shade. What I did was I stained the wood with a cherry colored wood stain. I did 2 coats, let them dry completely between applications, and then I finished it with a light coating of a polyurethane sealer, clear coat, supposed to give a satin finish. Tell me if this looks like a satin finish. I don't know, but there it is. This is actually the same motor and foot pedal that you would use on a sewing machine. So if you guys have ever had a typical sewing machine, this is actually the same mechanism that you would use on it. Obviously it's a brand new thing to me, and it's gonna take me a while to understand. It came with no instructions. The wheel came with no instructions. So I had to put it together the way it seemed to make sense to put together. I hope it's okay. It hasn't exploded yet, so but yeah, it took me a while. And as you can see, I couldn't wait. I put some fluff on it. So let me show you what this actually is. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. So this is what the fiber looks like when it's wound up. This is 100% Polworth, and I got it from Twin Mommy Creations. That's Anne in Winter Haven, Florida. And I met her at a fiber event in Orlando late last year. And so this is the poof. This is the drafted bit. It was originally 2.8 ounces. I've used probably an ounce already on a separate project. So, this is what's left over. and I'm gonna practice on the wheel. I'm glad I had some left over. So I'm gonna practice on the wheel, and so far, this is what I've spun. It's just for practice, just to see how the whole thing works. So I'm not looking for anything in particular with this yarn. I just chalking it up to experience. I had an issue. I had a big issue. I got the wheel to spin, and I got it to start putting in twist into the fiber, but I couldn't get it to then transfer it to the bobbin. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. What do I do? Why is it not like? Am I gonna have to wind it on by hand? That doesn't make sense. So what happened is, this situation here is what controls the tension on the flyer. I didn't know that. It took me a while of messing with it to realize I have to tighten this in order to change the tension, and I played with it for a little while, and I did get it to start winding on. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, so what's too loose, what's too tight? And I've been messing up with getting it. It's either not putting enough twist into the fiber and just kind of pulling it on my hand, or it's a mess. But that's why you practice. So I'm so excited. You have no idea. I'm so excited. I'm so happy I was able to get this. It was a sacrifice. But I'm glad I got it. So that's it for acquisitions. I'm gonna do a little bit of podcast love, and then we're gonna wrap up. All right, so let's see what's been going on online. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the new members to the group on Ravelry. If you haven't joined yet, go ahead and search for it. Excuse me, it's just search for This Home Spun Life in Ravelry. We have a group. Go ahead and join, and then introduce yourself in the welcome thread. So we're currently up to 28 members, and we had 3 new members who introduced themselves. So we have, I'm looking at notes. So we have Dorothy in Minnesota, and her Ravelry name is All That Cake Knit. We have Jennifer in San Antonio, and her name is I Love Me Yarn. And Renee in North Texas, and her name is U Creek Cottage, EWE Creek Cottage. So thank you, ladies, for introducing yourself, and thank you for chit-chatting with me on the boards. So I hope you continue to enjoy the show, and tell your friends and get all the people to join. I want to give a big shout out to Danae, who has the Den Knits podcast on YouTube, and I believe iTunes as well. She gave me a shout out, gave the podcast a shout out on her last episode. So thank you so much, Danae. I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. I do enjoy your podcast as well, and I look forward to taking part in your new knit along coming up this month for summer tops. I have some ideas in mind. I have to figure out the correct pattern, and then get the yarn for it and get started. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's never too early to talk about Tour de Fleece. I joined the rookies team. I don't know if there are any other teams I should join. What do you think? I did Tour de Fleece last year. I was on the rookies team then, as well as the Spindles team, I believe. Because obviously I didn't have a wheel, but I didn't complete my assignment. I was supposed to spin and ply 4 ounces of fiber. Now I did spin the 4 ounces. I didn't get to ply it in time. So I was excited about being able to actually spin 4 ounces of fiber, which was amazing to me. I never done it like in such a short amount of time before. So disclaimer, guess what? I still haven't plied that yarn. I've started, but but I haven't finished. It's hard to ply on a spindle. It really is. So I want to apply that before I get started with the new Tour de Fleece. But yeah, I'll be on there. Suggest any other teams I should be on. I haven't set a goal for it yet. Probably again 4 ounces, but I haven't set a goal. We'll see how quickly I can get good at spinning on the wheel, and then we'll see. So yeah, and let me know if you'll be on any teams for Tour de Fleece. Thoughts and prayers go out to Dana of the Unwind Yarn Company. She's going through a really tough time right now. And let's send some positivity her way. Dana, we're thinking about you, we're praying for you, and we're here for you, you know, as your online friends. And so stay strong. That's probably about the best I can say. Stay strong, we're praying for you. So now on to some podcasts that I found that are new to me. They're not necessarily new podcasts, they're just new to me. So I found Knitting Den on iTunes. It's hosted by Denise. She's in Colorado, but she's originally from the UK. Love her accent. And she actually owns the Kiki Boo Bags company. So most of you've probably heard of that company. So she's been around for a while. She has over 100 episodes. So go check her out. Like I said, she's on iTunes. I'm not sure if she's on YouTube. You can check for that. Mando Bug Crafts. She's definitely on YouTube. That's Amanda in Georgia. She has such a cool attitude. She's bubbly. She's lively. She's currently learning to dye both yarn and fiber. She's very good at it for a newbie. So go check her out. She does a lot of great knitting, a lot of great dyeing, and her cats are cute. So go check her out. Skein Studio on iTunes. That's Kristen in Australia. She owns the Skein Yarn Company, and she does great dyeing, and she's currently working on gradients as well in her shop. So go check out her podcast. She teaches about the process of dyeing, and she shares her knowledge, which is great. I think she has about 3 episodes right now. So yeah, go check her out and catch up. The Hungriest Knitter on YouTube. That's Rachel in Washington, D.C. This one caught my eye because I, in my former life, worked in the culinary field. I'm trained in it. I've worked in it for a number of years. So anything to do with baking or cooking is going to catch my eye. And so Rachel talks about both her crafting endeavors and also her love for cooking. So that's awesome. A Playful Day is on iTunes. It's an audio podcast. I could not find the host's name. I'm sorry about that. But she's based in London. She has a great voice for an audio podcast. It seems to make sense, but not everyone has that. But she has a great voice for it. I love listening to her. And she's also been around for a while. And lastly, there's Bunnyfish, and she's on YouTube, and that's Heather in Kentucky. And this young lady can read some books, okay? Every episode, it's like she's finished 1 or 2 books and she's on to something else. And as well as doing all the crafts she does and taking care of her kids. And it's like, you're amazing. How do you do that? But go check out her podcast. She has a bunch of episodes, like over 60, I believe. So check her out on YouTube, Bunnyfish, and give her a listen. So that's it for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Pray that this goes up. Well, it'll go up if you see it. Pray I can get it up. Show notes will be on the website, thishomespunlife.com. The videos on YouTube. Search This Home Spun Life. Search This Home Spun Life on YouTube. I'm on Ravelry as Home Spun. The group is This Home Spun Life. Check me out on Instagram, Home Spun Life. Follow me, I'll follow you back. And Twitter as well. But that's basically it. All the information will be either on the website or Instagram. So again, thank you so much. Have an amazing week, amazing 2 weeks. Again, thanks for joining me, and have a great day.